This has been a very interesting run that we've had so far. We got pretty much all of our needed kill spells kind of early. And so we've just been running around kind of being fairly successful in clearing out the big bad stuff out of our way as we clear through here. We currently have 2 of the 3 necessary runes, and we are standing at the entrance to the vaults where we will hopefully get the 3rd and final of them. So we're going to go ahead and go in there. And here we are into the vaults. Now it should be noted that the vaults actually requires you to already have 1 rune before you can enter it. So we couldn't have just gone to the vault straight away. Not that you would even really want to. You'd probably just die here if you tried to come here much earlier than this. But you are unable to come here unless you already have a rune. So we have 2 already. So the vaults are designed very specifically, and you'll learn this as we sort of go along here. Everything is going to be right angles and like individual rooms, and there's things like this vault sentinel here. I can't actually shoot him because I'm 1 step too far right now. There we go. Ooh, Ironbound Thunderhulk. That's an example of one of these like big, nasty creatures that we're going to start running into very quickly here in the vaults. Lots of +3 brutish freezing. Lots of the enemies that we encounter here are going to be pretty nasty, nasty customers here. Oh, that's sort of a closed off area. How about that? Here's another one. They can blink, by the way, which is great. And then he can cast lightning. They're pretty nasty customers. I have to say that. These lindworms can be a little scary. I don't think I've ever had a lindworm kill me, but they can be a little nasty. I'm getting a little far away from the entrance here, so I want to like try and see if I can't work my way back around. I do feel quite strong in this build, but I'm definitely not like... I'm actually going to pass that for now. We're going to see if there's another doorway or room. Some interesting places show up with that Google search. I bet they do. It's less so much about the individual things that show up and just more about the fact that, you know, having access to that information seems to piss someone off, and it makes me very happy when said person is pissed off. So that vault guard broke down that door. Didn't even just like open it, like broke it. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna back out of the room. We're gonna actually call up a servitor. Wow, I miscast it. That's the first time I miscast a spell in a while in this run. Oop. Oh yeah, my that's right. My my Spellforge Servitor isn't casting... what am I trying to say? Isn't casting Orb of Destruction anymore. I've got Crystal Spear. At least you've gotten it to high enough level not be a problem. Yeah, that's one of the reasons, right? That's why we focus on getting these spells up to high enough of a level that when the miscast does happen, the only thing that happens is I get a little minor magical contamination, which has no chance of actually being a problem. Servers are having a little bit of a problem here. Things are a little jumpy. Ooh, yeah, things are definitely a little jumpy here, a little hitchy. A very ugly thing. And a Yaktar. The Yaktar I'm not scared of. The Yaktar will kill themselves on my reflection. Did you get rid of the orb? What orb? I'm not sure what orb you're referring to. These Yaktars will just continue to kill themselves on my orb of reflection, or on my, not my orb of reflection, I'm saying orb, on my amulet of reflection, which is awesome. I am going to put up another servitor. Oh, you mean the Spellforge servitor? It only lasts so long. After a while, it disappears. Okay, I now need to hold because I'm out of mana. Alright, and the servitor did the rest of its job. Servitor casts one of your spells. Oh, no! The reason that it doesn't cast Orb of Destruction anymore, I see what you're trying to say. The reason that the servitor doesn't cast Orb of Destruction anymore is because it has an internal list of spells that are ranked more or less important, right? If me, as a spellcaster, can cast a spell at 50% likelihood to cast, or lower, or at 50% likely to cast, or higher, rather, then the Spellforge Servitor will cast that spell, and it will always cast the spell highest on its list that fits that requirement. So while Orb of Destruction is pretty high up on that list, Leodob's Crystal Spear is actually higher. It's actually the highest spell on its internal list. So because I know and can cast Leodob's Crystal Spear, the Spellforge Servitor will cast that instead of the Orb. And it's good that it's not casting the Orb, because the Orb can go crazy. It can even hit me. The Orb is very, very powerful, but also potentially very, very dangerous. And so I have to pay a lot of attention to positioning and stuff while I have a servitor that's using Orb of Destruction. With the Crystal Spear, it's just a straight projectile. It does not matter as much. I have a quick question. What are my... Alright, I have R-Fire, R-Cold, double R-Neg. I need more resistances. That is definitely a thing I need to think about. I just need better equipment in general. Right now, the big problem with this run has been equipment. I've gotten all the spells and resources that I need. I just need straight up better equipment. Ironbound Thunderhulk. The creature I'm really worried about right away. Oop. Ah, there's a Vault Sentinel. That is a thing I am a little worried about. It is not the thing I was thinking about. What are my other direct spells? I can cast an Orb of Destruction at this range, so let's do that. Boom. Okay. So there are two things that I'm kind of worried about. There's one of the things that I'm worried about running into, which I will almost certainly need to worry about. I only need to finish 96.5 squares for your blanket. You're 3/4 of the way done. Man, you were working on that for so long. It's crazy to think that you're actually getting close to being done with that project. So one of the things I'm really worried about is it's a creature called I think it's called an Ironheart Convoker. I don't remember what the like adjectival part of this name is, but it's called a Convoker. And the reason I gotta worry about the Convoker is because it can pull enemies from other parts of the map on top of me. If I get into combat with a Convoker and it lives for more than a turn or two, it will start calling in other creatures, other enemies from anywhere on the map to join the fight, and I will start to be overwhelmed very quickly. One thing I have to pay good attention to is the fact that I don't actually have a ton of like AoE options. What's Iron Shot on? I want to be casting Iron Shot, maybe even Stone Arrow for this. Actually, I think I just want to cast Stone Arrow for these. These guys are low level threat. Oh, I don't know. That's not actually doing what I was hoping to do. Never mind, let's just Iron Shot it. Those slime creatures can be a little bit annoying because, you know, if you run into 2 or 3 of them, they join up into bigger and scarier, and the power of the like combined slime monster is way more than like the sum of the individuals that went into it. It is really, really dangerous to let those slime monsters join up into larger versions of themselves. and then fight that larger version. I have actually ripped characters before on a giant slime monster, on one of the larger versions of the slime monster. Oh, what is that? What the hell is a demon blade? That's a new addition to the game since I've been away. To not to this tab we don't go. We open up a new tab and we go DC. Oops, come on. DCSS Wiki. And we look up what the hell a demon blade is. One of the best one-handed long blades you can find. Although technically less powerful than double swords, they are faster, and you'll find plenty of them in late games off of Hell Knights, usually having decent brands or enchantments. Worshippers of good gods cannot attack with them. However, worshippers of the shiny one can convert a demon blade into the more powerful Eudaemon Blade of Holy Wrath once they reach max piety. You can also reverse the process with Kiku or Lagonyu's Blessing, but that's usually a worse trade. Okay, so they're just a really strong one-handed weapon. Okay. Well, I'm not currently using one-handed weapons, although going into a powerful one-handed sword might be on my to-do list at some point. Right now I'm working on defenses, because right now I have my kill stuff. Right now I'm just focusing on using my earth and conjuration magics to kill as many things on the map as quickly as possible. This is a situation to have one of them out. No, I would like to... No, that's not the spell. I actually forget what it's on. Iron Arrow... Iron Shadows... Oh, it's on A. That's right. Don't cast it at that, cast it at this thing. And one more time. Could we not? Why define that as my shot? You know what? Let's just... There we go. Alright, well, Vaults 1 has proven to not be much of a challenge. But then again, I never find Vaults 1 to be that much of a challenge. Sometimes you'll spawn a, something really nasty, or sometimes a unique will pop up on Vaults 1, but I tend to not find Vaults 1 to be all that challenging. Vaults do get much more challenging later on, though. And of course, there's the infamous Vaults 5 to worry about. You I don't care about. You're out of range. You are not... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Mistakes. There we go. Oh, there's an alarm trap on here, huh? We're gonna fly into it, because I'm not that worried about... There's not that many enemies. There shouldn't be that many enemies left on the map. There's an Amulet of Regeneration. Do I currently, like, am I holding onto an Amulet of Regeneration? I am. But I also have my Amulet of Reflection. So I don't know which one of those is actually better. Regardless, I took the mark. Not that worried about it right now. There's another alarm trap. We'll say yes and fly into it. Because we want to pick up the gold that's there. +2 Longsword of Electrocution is not that scary. Potion of Attraction. Potion of Haste. Alright. I don't think there's really that many enemies left on the map that'll be, like, rushing over to come find me. I can just let this mark wear off soon. Wow. It's actually like a big internal area here. I was kind of surprised there's no enemies here. Oh, a book. Frozen Ramparts, Ice Form, and Summon Ice Beast. Frozen Ramparts is a nice early game spell. Ice Form is actually really strong in the early game as well. Summon Ice Beast is less incredible. But two of those spells are pretty good for the early game, but we are well past their usefulness now. I was actually super expecting there to be no enemies here because none of them came running for my mark. That's fine. These are easy to kill. That was an Ironbound Convoker, by the way, the guy that was on my right. That was an Ironbound Convoker. That's the Convoker I was talking about earlier. Now, of course, they can only summon creatures that are on the map, so the fact that this map is pretty much empty now means that I don't need to worry about them. The map for this level, anyway, is pretty much empty, so I don't need to worry about them summoning stuff to come fight me. So I was less worried about that. All right, that's Vaults 1 done. Okay. An interesting start to Vaults 2. We've got a shop here. Take a scroll of blinking for sure. Come on. We have many potions of ambrosia and a pretty good number of scrolls of poison. Scrolls of poison are really nice because a lot of the enemies here in the vaults are actually humans. All those like vault sentinels and the ironbound convokers, they're actually humans. So they're very susceptible to things like poison and stuff like that. So as are many of the like ironbound colossus and the giants and stuff like that. They're all very susceptible to that kind of thing. A weapon shop. There's a +7 Mace of Variability with the Ego's Chain and Chaos. There's also a +3 Trident with Drain, RF+, Will minus, and See Invisible. Having a weapon of See Invisible would actually be pretty nice for clearing up a ring spot. But Drain is not good and Will minus is not good. That's just generally not a good spear. But the +7 Mace of Variability. I don't know what the Chain Ego is, so we're gonna have to look that up. Mace of nope, not vulnerability. Oh, I guess it's not a thing. Mace of Variability. There it is. It got a specific name, so it's got to be an unrand art. Like somebody had to have specifically programmed this. I cast Chain of Chaos on hit. Color changes each turn in console mode. So it's got the Chaos brand, so when it hits things, it'll do 20% of attacks that hit an enemy but do not kill an enemy. The spell Chain of Chaos will be cast with the following parameters. Spell arcs the same way as Chain Lightning, but will never damage the wielder. When an arc hits a target, target is affected with Chaos. So Chaos can do, so let's take a look at Chaos. Chaos can do fire damage, freezing damage, electric damage. It can poison, it can drain the target. It can drain life off the target. It can hit them with Holy Wrath. It can affect them with anti-magic. It can confuse them. It can distort them. Or it can apply things like slow, petrify, paralysis. Or it can actually make them stronger by giving them agility, might, invisibility, berserker, haste. Or it can clone them. It can clone the target hit. It can polymorph the target hit. Or it can turn them into a shapeshifter. Hexes don't check willpower. It does not ever pick useless effects, which is nice. Oof. That's a pretty interesting weapon to have access to. It is just a +7 mace though. Like it's pretty low. Like it's not great. It is just a +7 mace. Like I would want something on a much stronger base weapon. I don't think having that would be useful in a lot of ways. Dire Elephant. Look, Dire Elephant. You know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm gonna summon. Can you like? There we go. Yeah, this is gonna take several. Why do you pick the dumbest? I really don't understand why it picks the dumbest options and then asks me, "Are you really want to fire in that direction?" Like, no, I clearly don't want to fire in that direction. It doesn't make any sense. We can fire at the other one. Just a random unenchanted dagger on the ground. It's fun. Okay. Oh. I got hit with a sentinel's mark. Okay, we need to back off now. Alright, so there's a sentinel's mark on me. We're gonna let that wear off. There's a convoker. That's a thing I really need to, like, answer right away. Alright, convoker blew up. Ironbound Preservers and a Vault Warden. Now this Vault Warden, this is the fucker. Yeah, he just did it. This is the fucker that can lock down stairs and even lock down doors. Now it goes away once he dies, so now that he's dead, it's gone. But like, yeah, big problem on Vault 5. Because one of the answers to Vault 5 is just do a bunch of stair dancing. Well, you can't do that when they lock the stairs. I do need more RF. That is absolutely a thing I need. Yep, all of these rooms are going to be open because they, everything in there will have heard the mark go off, and they're all probably on their way to come ruin my day. He started, so the Ironbound Convoker begins to recite a word of recall. He actually has to take him 2 or 3 turns to actually get that to go off. So the fact that I killed him with the iron shot means that he did not actually complete his summons, but he tried. He had a Flail of Protection. I've got 20 scrolls of Identify in my inventory. Okay. A lot of opportunity for this to go poorly for me. Okay, I am like running out of mana very, very swiftly here. Okay, there's just a regular wizard. I want to get away from the wall before I cast an orb, though. Oh! The wizard tried to go invisible. Thankfully, I have See Invisible on me. Oh, he's wielding a +7 great... He's wielding a... there's a second unrand art on this level. This wizard's carrying a non-random, an unrand art, a non-random artifact. The +7 Great Mace Firestarter, which contains Inner Flame and RF++. So good thing I'm not doing any fire damage against him. And I'm glad I can see invisible so that he isn't getting a chance to just walk up on me and hit me with that thing. Because that could be actually pretty scary. But, oh, look at that. It's so pretty. It's got its own, like, unique... Oh, hold on. I have a Centaur Warrior I need to deal with. It is now dead. There's more shouting happening. I'm going to try and retreat. There are more... Yeah, the Centaur Warrior will just kill itself on my Amulet of Reflection. Eventually. Yeah, there it goes. But I don't know what else is here. I mean, they will eventually kill themselves, but I might actually die in the process. Some of those arrows are going to hit me. Like, it's just the nature of the beast. Some of those arrows are going to hit me. He's not close enough yet. Frost grips you. I am encased in ice. How about that? I am too injured to fight recklessly. Well, let's not fight recklessly. Let's just cast the spell. Okay. I'm gonna back up a bit and heal. Yeah, see, this is the problem. And these Ironbound Preservers are also kind of annoying. Primarily because they can heal other enemies. Of course, right now... Oh, this is the problem. But too injured to fight recklessly. Yeah, he's healing himself now. Yeah, okay. Not a problem when they're on their own, but, like, can definitely be a big problem in larger groups of enemies. bows. All right, now let's finally take a look up in here. The +7 Great Mace Fire Starter. Inner Flame RF++. RF++ is really good for me. But I don't know what the Inner Flame ego does. Does it mean that I get hit with Inner Flame? Or does it mean enemies that I hit get Inner Flamed and therefore everything that I hit explodes? Which I think is what's happening. Fire Starter. +7 Great Mace of Flaming adds Inner Flame enchantment on strike. Unless you're facing foes resistant to fire, Fire Starter is an exceptionally powerful weapon combining solid and well-enchanted base weapon, a decent brand, extremely useful defense, and one of the most brutal melee crowd control methods in the game. The massive amount of noise it generates along the way has the benefit of waking up lots of monsters around you. Yeah, benefit in the like air quotes way. While this is often seen as a threat, your previous actions in the fiery clouds and left behind have created deadly terrain for your enemies that first have to cross where they reach you. This means any monster not immune to fire will be damaged already as you engage it in melee combat. Combine it with a potion of attraction to ensure pesky casters or ranged enemies hovering around the edge of your cloud carpet get pulled into the flames as well. And if a fire immune enemy appears, just switch to another weapon. Only takes half a turn. Although, mind you, that you lose the fire cloud immunity. Oh, it gives you fire cloud immunity? Grants immunity to clouds of flame. It doesn't even say that. Hold on. That's okay, that's a consideration. That's a consideration for an endgame weapon. It is absolutely a real consideration for a possible endgame weapon. This is going to be a Book of Frost. It's just going to add freeze. That's the level 1 frost spell. Not interesting, but at least it's a, you know, another spell in my spell book. We're just going to Iron Shot this guy. Yep, he died very nicely. Frost Heart. Resist a regular Lindworm. We're going to pop this just in case. As we're walking into this area, there may be more enemies abound here. Disappear just in time for an Etten and a Vault Warden to appear on the edge of my vision. That's fun. I love that. Alright, we're locked. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. It hit the wall. Rip. Well, now my guy's in the... Woof, this could be actually kind of... Oh, that's a lot of guys. Alright, now this rune that's locking these stairs will disappear eventually. But now my question is, am I just in too bad a spot? I think the answer is yes. I think I'm just in an unhealthy spot right now, and I'm just going to teleport away. I might try and use something like a Wand of Mind Burst. Yeah, that's not going to be worthwhile. Okay. And nicely, thankfully, it teleported me into an area I have already got. I've already been in. Whoops. We'll do it one more time. All right, there it goes. Get rid of these slime monsters that were hanging out in that room. There's a preserver. Wow. What a dodge. A Vault Sentinel. There's another Vault Warden. Oh! Menace. Uh-oh. Menace is here. Menace is actually very difficult. Menace is a high angel. Thankfully, I can see where he's walking around because you can actually see these tiles here actually lit up a little bit. It's very minor, but you can see these tiles are actually lit up. These walls are lit up by his aura. So I know he's hanging out like right here, basically. Yeah, there he is. This guy could be a legitimate problem. Yeah, he's coming out here now. We're gonna summon you. He's just throwing rocks right now, which is fine. So he's got a pretty powerful one-handed blade and a tower shield, and he's pretty well armored. But the armor doesn't matter to Orb of Destruction. Wow, I just killed him in 2 orbs. Nice. I'm so strong. This build just kills stuff so damn fast. This is going to be a problem. I let that... Yep, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. All right. The Convoker showed up on the very edge of my vision, and I tried to just pass time to let him take a couple steps forward. He did not do that. He started chanting his word of recall right on the edge of my vision. So I didn't have the ability to kill him in 1 turn, so I just tried to retreat, but now you can see I'm like immediately surrounded by bad guys. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and kill the Vault Sentinel, who's actually got an enchanted tower shield. I had started putting some work into shields. The Warden just blocked the orb and it dissipates. That's a bit unfortunate. I would really like you to not just follow me in this way. Put a freezing field over there. Jesus, man. I'm actually legitimately having... No, why would that be the direction that I'm firing in? Makes utterly no sense. Alright, we're in trouble. I've got a mark on me too. We've gotten a few good kills here in this scuffle, but I'm in actually a fair amount of trouble here. I've got a bunch of options though. I'm just not sure what to do here. I'm gonna pop a scroll of summoning, which might seem weird, but it's gonna give me a few seconds. It's gonna give me a few turns here to think about what to do. Possibly start regenerating some stuff. Prison Goal, Sling Bullet hits me. Bolt Warden shooting. So basically some people are still like doing ranged combat and it's still messing me up. I am going to read a scroll of blinking, and I'm going to blink over here. Wow, they are so focused in on me. I'm going to kill wounds. Not do much. The Yaktar on this side is dead. I had an 82% chance to hit and I missed. That's very saddening. well, Vault Warren's gonna seal up the rooms again. I'm not gonna be able to get through these doors. I gotta kill that Convoker. I gotta kill him, like, now. I'm not sure what I just did. Yeah, see, that's not gonna... Fuck. There's a Yaktar captain just appeared down there. I've still got this mark on me. Let's go with poisons. It's like this guy's been the big issue so far, and I just haven't been able to, like, put him down in a useful way. Just gonna have to teleport. Oh my god! You've gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me. After all that. After all that. That's so